Hi again, everybody, and welcome into the Week 14 edition of Peacocks on the Prowl. Zach Carlyle here with you. It's a special edition of the show today. We get a chance to talk to the strength and conditioning program and talk about it here at Upper Iowa University. And for that, we're joined by head strength and conditioning coach Collin Kilburg and assistant strength and conditioning coach and sport nutritionist Tyler Pinkney. And guys, thanks for being with us today. And Collin, we'll start with you. This is year 2 of this program now, the strength and conditioning here at Upper Iowa. What have you seen? Where have you seen this program grow here in the last year and working with these student athletes?
Last year, my biggest goal was just being there for athletes. I wanted them to feel welcomed in the weight room. I wanted to get after it in the weight room, but I just wanted them to know that I was there as a coach for anything they needed. And then comparing it to last year, this year, we've added Tyler, which is a big addition. And now from an athlete perspective, I'd say I'm getting a lot more questions. So I think we're getting a lot more buy-in from athletes. Last year was just kind of, I was explaining everything, telling them what to do. Now they're asking the questions, what can I do to get better? What can I do to get faster, stronger, all this stuff. So they're starting to see the results. And they're really starting to get the buy-in as well.
Now, Tyler, this is your first year with this strength and conditioning program here at Upper Iowa. What have you seen over the course of this year working with these student athletes and what they've been able to do over the course of the seasons?
I've seen a lot of development, a lot of progress with the athletes. Basically what Collin and I try and do is we try and teach them the basics, the fundamentals and techniques of whatever we try and teach them, whether it's weight training, speed, agility, change of direction, anything like that. And then we try and build on those fundamentals and get as specific as we can once we get closer to the season. So what I've seen is a lot of buy-in from what we try and teach. Not only do we try and teach them what to do, but we try and tell them exactly how to do it and also why each exercise is important to, not just because why each exercise is important, but why it's important to their athletic development, to their specific sport. And so because we explain that why, I feel like we get a lot of buy-in from the athletes and also the coaches as well.
Now, Collin, you guys have basically built this program from the ground up, starting last year, now building into this year. Tell me a little bit about that process, what it took to build up this strength and conditioning program to what it is here today.
The support is probably the cornerstone of everything. I have a ton of support from administration, the head coaches, assistant coaches. It runs throughout the whole department. They're great to work with. They just let me do my thing. They let me have that freedom. So I think it really starts there from building everything. If you don't have the support, I don't think you can go too far. But in addition, like I said earlier, adding Tyler was a huge step. We've brought in some new equipment as well in the south weight room and even the big weight room. We're just trying to just keep adding a little bit each year so we can give more to our athletes every single year. We've expanded the south weight room, adding 3 more racks. That just gives us a lot more versatility down there. We were pretty cramped, but adding that equipment really opened things up, and now we can really fully utilize both weight rooms pretty well.
So Tyler, are there any new plans, things in the works to grow and expand the nutrition program here on campus?
Well, actually, that's a big point of emphasis. Being a sport nutritionist is not only do we want to educate the athletes, but we're also trying to work on building a post-recovery nutrition stand for them. And we're trying to get away from just doing supplements, so the post-workout shakes and whatnot, but we also want to do wholesale foods like nuts and seeds, fruits and things like that, so that way they know that they can get more out of their workout than just drinking a protein shake after a workout.
And now, Tyler, as a sport nutritionist for you, for these athletes, working with them, give us a little insight as to what it takes to put a nutrition plan together, working with these athletes from the nutrition side of things.
It's kind of similar to coaching in the weight room. Like I said, we want to hit on those basic fundamentals. So we want to teach them just about the basic macronutrients, proteins, carbs, fats, and things like that. And then once we educate them on just the basics of nutrition, then we'll get more into specific needs of what each individual athlete needs. So if one athlete needs to lose weight or gain weight, lose body fat percentage, just help out with a meal plan, food log, and things like that, then we'll tailor that to their needs. But at the end of the day, we got to make sure that they have the basics first before we get into anything specific.
And finally, Collin, in the future, going forward with this program, where do you want to see it go from here? You've built it up this far. Where do you want to see the direction of this program go?
As we continue to keep building on our program, the biggest thing that I want to see besides sports performance enhancement, injury reduction, and all that stuff, flat down, I want to win. So I'm sure our coaches want to win. I'm sure our athletes want to win. I want to win conference championships. I want to win a national championship, and that's why I'm here. That's one of my biggest goals. If we keep building on all the small things, putting all those things in place, hopefully the big thing will take care of itself.
Well, we appreciate your time today, guys. Thanks for being with us. Enjoy the rest of the year, and thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you. Yep.
That is head strength and conditioning coach Collin Kilburg and assistant strength and conditioning coach and sport nutritionist Tyler Pinkney joining us here today in this Week 14 edition of the program. Well, thanks for joining us. I'm Zach Carlyle. We'll see you next week on Peacocks on the Prowl.